Well, what in the fuck are we gonna do now? Okay, hi guys. As promised, I do have a mic this time. I hope it sounds good. Oh my god, I'm drooling. I genuinely I'm appalled. Okay, if you're listening to this later on, the date is 11/6/24, the day Trump got elected as president for for the second time, for 47th president. Guys, okay, honestly, I had a lot of hope for this election for Kamala Harris. I am on, honestly, you know what? I don't really know about the policies of either one, okay? I don't feel confident in either one because I don't know if either one is coming out of a genuine perspective, you know. I've heard things about both of them and it just makes it really hard to make a decision, but I did vote for Kamala Harris because I felt like she was the most educated candidate. I felt that she was the most dependable one. On my end, I really do wish she would have been a stronger advocate for Palestine and, you know, adding into her policies and really making it a big deal and a big thing to help people that are being oppressed in other countries, Congo, Sudan, everyone. Because I don't know, I think what happens is in America, right? We get so wrapped up in our safe little bubble in North America, you know? But we've really forgotten the humanity of the world and the integrity of humanness and caring about one another and the uniqueness and special and value of human life, right? Because I mean, if you think about how it's been over a year since Palestine began to be bombed, and they're still being bombed and they're still being killed, it's just what the fuck. And I'm really grateful for everyone that makes sure to today I was walking to art class and someone created this huge mural on the windows of my art class, and I'll go take a picture of it and put it in here so you guys can see. But they put it in the window, and this mural is full of faces of people, of Palestinians that have been murdered by Israel, by Hamas. And you know, it's just you just see this array of faces, you know. And you know, even though you don't know them, it's very interesting to it being placed on the window, because in a way it's like a reflection, you know. For me, I really care about everyone, bro. I feel I don't care if you're a stranger. I don't care if I don't know who you are. I know that you're a human life, and as another human life, it's my not, I don't know, I don't want to say duty, but it's just my I just have so much respect for you as a life, as another life, that I would like to make sure that it's safe and taken care of, and I want the best for everyone to live out their human potential as they should be able to. And just honestly, just love, you know. It's just a love for everyone and every spirit. And you know, I would like to think most people have that. I think a lot of people around me do. Thankfully, I think my area is full of people that truly love one another. And that's what really makes you see how much love is important, you know. And I think love is what guides us to care about one another. So to know like something so brutal is happening to, I don't care if they're across the world, bro, like to fellow human lives, you know? It's off-putting that that can actually happen. And it can actually happen for so long without anything stopping. For us to be like tear gassed at school for making a point about that. Like, we are other human lives, and especially America. That's the thing, especially America. Like, America has like so much potential, so much power to be able to help other people. Like, we are literally like one of the biggest first world countries. We should be trying our best to make sure that we are setting an example and like ensuring that other human lives are loved as well. Like, you know, keeping that same semblance of love, because what it does, it pushes that idea, it pushes that thought. And if we start to see in our world that it's becoming like an accepted theme and an accepted occurrence and an accepted like happening for human life to be so brutally like destroyed and disregarded and cut off, what it does, you know, worldwide, not just nationwide, worldwide, you know, it's reached us all the way over here in America, bro. What that does, it shows an entire message to the world that, okay, human life doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, it pushes like the loss of love between us all. It disregards the love of everyone around us. And that churns. If it's already become this big of a thing, and I even think about like on our level, like mass shootings, you know, why is that still happening? Like, and nothing's being done, or like, what can we really, really, truly do instead of putting our thoughts and prayers and nothing else on the media? What can we truly do to make sure that that doesn't happen anymore? And just to bring it back to the election, like with Trump becoming the chosen member of our society to like represent us all and endorse us all, but he stands for and supports and perpetrates violence, hatred, what is the word, like divisiveness. I think that's like the best way I can put it. Brutality. Like, if we choose him to be like our face, then what the fuck does that mean, bro? You know, like, what does that mean for us? What does that mean for the world? And we can already see it in the way like he doesn't know anything about women's rights or anything like that. So that's why he's so easy for him to throw them out the window like it's nothing. He doesn't care about minorities, so it's easy for him to throw ours out the window. So it's just a very precarious like tilt that we put ourselves at, you know. But like I said, like us choosing that as the face of our country, that basically enables those same principles in our society, you know. Like, and I love to see that it was so close. Like, it was so close. Like, I think it was like 63,000 to maybe 58, 57 something. So about like 6,000 people. And it's just like, man, like, that's not even a lot, bro. That's not even that much. That's like a couple concert venues, maybe a couple Super Bowl stadiums, bro. And it's just like, damn, if we really could have just reached those people, if things could have been different for them to like just 6,000 people to walk into a ballot office and put her name on the paper, like, things really could have been different, bro. Like, if you really think about that in the grand scale of things, that really makes it like, damn, like, that shit was like a landslide, bro, away. So yeah, that's why I think today is just a really like astounding day. I don't know if that's even right. It's a little devastating, I would say, for today. Um, it's just devastating to know that we're going to continue this cycle, bro. And I think a lot of us has woken up to that fact, but it's just gotta get a little farther, bro. You know? But things like this have consequences too, and I think people are a little bit afraid to see that as well. But at the same time, like, the human mind does tend to overdo things, you know, especially in this culture of anxiety and things like that. Like, honestly, I think people have forgotten, like, and I don't want to minusculize this in any way, because I know this is serious. Like, this is very, very serious on a lot of levels. Not just like in the, I know I was just kind of coming from like a spiritual sort of lens, but just in reality, like the way things are about to happen, like in policies and schools and laws, like it's about to get a little, I don't know if, you know, it's about to get a little different out here. So, but I don't know the level, you know, of how that's gonna look. But that's what I'm saying. We don't know either. No one knows what the fuck is about to happen. And I think a lot of us are just very anxious and extreme right now. And this might be another controversial take. I don't know if it's like, I don't know if it's authentic or if it's like just for show, because this is all happening in social media. Maybe it's just because I haven't gone outside, but I also think social media is a way to share a message, so maybe I shouldn't look at it that way. But, you know, the anxiety being pushed online, it's very strong right now. The spirit of fear and like rage is very strong right now in the media sphere that I'm sitting in. And honestly, it's just like, okay, guys, like, okay, like I know this is hard, but like we really can't, like, you know, just fucking be shook and give up, or like, yeah, like, but it is important to experience all these levels of emotions. Like, I feel like I personally, like, I took a day today, man. I know I had a day yesterday, but I was just like, I'm not going to class for this shit, you know. I think I'm gonna go get lunch later with my friend, but I don't know. It was just like I woke up today and heard that news and was like, fuck. Like, you know, and it just kind of took over. I was also up late last night, so like waiting on the results. But yeah, I'm just gonna breathe. And also, like, I also have faith that, like, I don't know, bro, from the way I've seen things in life, things happen because they have to for some reason. Sometimes things happen as a catalyst for other shit. So as bad as this looks, like, it was meant to occur in some weird way. Like, whatever happens happened, and because it happened, that's what was supposed to happen. If that makes sense, you know, because there's no other way around it. There's nothing that could have been different. There's nothing that we can do after it happened. This is now the present moment. That shit's the past. But I don't want to get into that too much, because I don't want to make this seem like thoughts and prayers esque, but I'm just trying to give a little bit of encouragement for my end of things. So yeah, yeah, man, I just hope everyone's doing all right. Honestly, I know this can be devastating in a lot of different ways for a lot of different people. The main thing that's really been standing out to me, honestly, is like abortion. Mainly abortion and rights for LGBTQ, and also education. Like, those are some real hot spots, man. That's all we got. Like, shit. That's all we got. Man. But for abortion, that's just like, like I said, it just pushes the message that, like, saying anything into putting anything into law about what a woman does with her body. That's like telling like a guy he can't get a vasectomy. No one has anything in the a constitution about that. No one has any of that. That's like telling, like that's like putting into the constitution that if a white person kills a black person, that white person will go to jail forever. Like, there's nothing in there about that. Oh, that's what I was gonna say earlier. This is very racial. Like, a lot of people also think like this is Democrat Republican. No, bro. This is also racial as fuck. Like, do you see how like shit really just repeats itself in like different ways over time? Like, if you just look at history, like it's just gonna keep going until we do something. And in a way, we're evolving. In a way, it's we forget. Like, we're stepping stones, bruh. It's like really like a video game defeating the final boss, except damn, like we didn't power our fucking person big enough yet. And so she wasn't able to defeat this battle. But now, hopefully, we get some more power ups and we can come back around the next time and finish it. Oh my god. Okay. But yeah, if you watch this and you're like, oh, I have some thoughts about this too, just let me know, like, if it makes sense or if it resonates. But I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I have a book. I spent $76 yesterday on books, y'all. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. For some reason, I thought I was a baller because Kamala was gonna win the election tomorrow, so who gives a fuck? But now I'm just sitting here with my choices like, damn. But I got a book called The Vegetarian by, hold on one second. It's by Hong Kang. I hope I'm, well, that doesn't sound right. I swear to y'all. I apologize for saying this wrong, but I'll spell it out. So, you know, if there is a more proper pronunciation, just let me know. I just know that like some let me see. Some of the language can be a little harder to so she's from South Korea. So I know some like in Korean language it can be a little bit like different syllables that I'm not familiar with. So I'm always trying to like go through the different ways of pronunciation, and then my brain just comes up to something. But anyway, Han Kang, HANKANG. That's a space between. Wait, hold on. HAN space KANG. That's her name. Was born in 1970 in South Korea. Okay, she has a lot of, I was just reading while I was cross-eyed. What the fuck? I was literally just reading while cross-eyed. That whole thing that you just heard from me, I was cross-eyed the entire time. My eyes just went back to normal placement, and I'm like, wow, look at the world. But, she made her literary debut as a poet and was first published as a novelist in 1994. Participated in a lot of writers' workshops, which, yes, ma'am, good for you. And, yeah, what this book is basically about. Let me get into it. And let me say, this is like, honestly, I've been in a book slump for a while, so this is the start of my love for books again, and this is my first like Korean book that I'm actually, you know, getting into, and it's just so cool to imagine these characters and like really get into the intimacies of like a new culture and through books, like, bro. And let me tell you, I will say this with no shame, Korean movies, bro. Korean movies, Korean literature. I even think of like anime. I know that's Japanese, but like the best plot lines, the best structure. Like when I think of K movies, that's what I call them, if that's okay. When I think of K movies, I really just like all of them are amazing. I've seen Parasite, I've seen A Taxi Driver, I've seen The Handmaiden, and those are like my top favorites. But you know, anime, that's also in there, but that's, you know, a different culture, so I'll start with one or the other. But yeah, the best plot lines. Like, it's stuff that I just genuinely would have not have thought of. And anyway, I kind of went on a rant, but yeah, like, this is one of my first. And okay, what this book is about, right? It is about a woman who, and I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not going to say anything, too many details. I'm going to try not to. Well, I don't give a shit. Y'all not going to read the book anyway. Are y'all? Y'all probably going to y'all probably going to write down whatever I said, put it on a piece of paper, and it's going to sit on your dresser forever, and you're never going to buy it, never going to read it. So, listen, I'm going to just say right now, if you plan on reading the book, just skip to later. I'll put the timestamp somewhere if I figure that out. Fuck. If I figure out how to do that in Adobe. But girl, like, if you're not gonna fucking read it, just hear me out for a holy second. Shit. Alright. This book is basically about a woman, right? She goes vegetarian. I'm almost done with this book. I think I have like 20 pages left. She decides to go vegetarian, and this is actually told, I thought when I read the back of the book it was going to be told from the perspective of like the woman who goes vegetarian, but it's actually from the perspective of different people in her life. So the first one was her own husband, and then her brother-in-law, and then her sister. So in this book, this woman goes vegetarian, and it said that like in the beginning of the book, like she's very unremarkable, and like she just is so just like kind of fades into the background, like kind of like a wallflower of life. And it starts from the point of view from her husband. It's very like shocking when she decides to make this like decision. And the opening scene, like, it started off with him, it sounds weird, but it's actually like more of like a psychological thriller in my head, like one of those movies that I would like spend like a couple weeks thinking about and being like, damn, like I could act, because like what the fuck. But like this act of her going vegetarian actually spiraled so much bullshit. It's actually crazy, and it's gory, it's deep, it's layered, it's really personal with the characters, and it's everything that I could have asked for in a book. It's like thematic, it's cinematic. I feel like I'm sitting in Regal theaters with a bag of popcorn. Honestly, Cinema Cafe is better, so I'll use that analogy. A Cinema Cafe with a thing of pizza, a plate of pizza, y'all. Have y'all ever had Cinema Cafe pizza? That shit, oh my god, that shit is a delicacy. It's really like, it's not even like a joke. That is a fucking treat for my childhood, and I don't know, I'll eat it as my last meal. If I go to jail, I will literally ask for that. It's so damn good. I would even put it damn, sorry. I would even put it a little bit above the Chuck E. Cheese pizza. Yes, I know that's something we can all agree with. That is good. I'm telling you right now that the Cinema Cafe pizza is exponentially better. Anyway, but you guys can debate me on that. I want you to go out on like a random Tuesday, go to both places, get the pizza from each, and then do a mukbang on which one is better. That's my request for life. Damn, what the fuck was I talking about before I went on that? Damn, I just hopped on that ride and didn't look back. Okay. Wait, I'm back. Alright. Yeah, like I said, her becoming a vegetarian really put a whole bunch of shit into effect, and I'm gonna tell you it right now. So, the opening scene, right? Her husband wakes up, because like I said, it's from different people's perspective. Her husband wakes up and he finds his wife like standing there in the kitchen, just standing there and staring at the refrigerator, staring inside the refrigerator. She's so deathly quiet, and like he can tell things are off because things she would normally do, like, or just the little things, like she didn't put on her slippers, she didn't put on her robe, she was just in her nightdress. So like he already could tell like something was a little bit off, and she's like not moving, not saying anything. So he goes over to her, and the part that I liked was the author was like, he touched her shoulder and she actually didn't react. Like I could just feel how creepy that would be, to like calling to someone like, hey, her name is Younghae, and he's like, Younghae, hello, like what the fuck is wrong with you? You know. And she doesn't like move or say anything, and he goes to touch her shoulder and she still doesn't move or react. So it's just like really creepy. Then he asks her like, what are you doing? And she's like, she literally only says, I had a dream. And then she walks away and then goes back into her room and goes to sleep, or doesn't go to sleep, just kind of lays there creepily. So I can just already like tell, when I was reading this in Barnes and Noble, I was like, oh my god, like I need to finish this book. I need to see what the fuck is going on here, because this is weird. Like this is strange, you know? So after that, when he wakes up in the morning, he walks out to go see where she's at because she's not in the bed anymore. As he's walking out, his foot, like, he steps on something squishy. He looks down. This woman has taken every single piece of meat and animal product out of the refrigerator entirely. It's all over the floor. It's all over the counter. She's taken all of the beef, all of the pork chops, all of the chicken thighs, all of the everything, every single little thing, and she's taking it out and she's throwing it in trash bags. And he's like, hello, what the fuck is wrong with you? You throwing away all my good shit. You throwing away my fucking pork ribs and motherfucking beef cubes. What the hell is wrong with you? You got the money to pay for this shit or what? And she's like, bitch, I had a fucking dream. And he's like, what the fuck is wrong? And then he's late for work on top of that, so he has to fucking run away. And he's thinking to himself, like, my wife didn't even iron my shirt today, or like bring me my coffee, she didn't hand me my keys. What the fuck? Everything's different right now. And like I said, they knew her to be like a very, very like unremarkable, very compliant, very like just kind of like do go with the flow, like doesn't really do much, say much, or like think much, and type of woman. So like no one would expect that type of behavior from her, to just abruptly do things differently just because she had a dream. So this goes on for a while, and you know, all of his meals now with her are vegetarian, so she just won't eat meat, and she's getting super thin. So he calls her parents, her parents, to intervene. And her dad is abusive, so they go to her house, and her mom, the girl's dad, her brother and his wife and her sister and her brother are all there. Or I'm sorry, her sister and his wife. Oh shit, I'm fucking that up. Okay, scratch everything that I just said up from like who was at the house, right? Because I'm about to tell you, but I have to get it right because this is important. And then I think I'm gonna just tell this one last. Let me think what else is left before I say that, because you know I'm a girl of my word. Okay, I'm gonna tell 2 more scenes after this. After I break down who was in the house and let you know, I'm gonna just tell 2 more parts of this book, and then I swear y'all can go watch all day. Like, you don't gotta worry about me. But anyway, so who is the house? Alright, Yanhei. Okay, this is the girl that's going vegetarian. This is who's at her house, or whose house she goes to. She goes to her parents' house. So we got mom, dad. Then we got the brother. Okay, so there's 2 siblings that are her siblings. You got a brother and you got a sister. They both brought their respective spouses. So brother has a wife, sister has a husband. All right, you got that? Pay attention to the sister with the husband. Yanhe's sister and her husband are important. Okay? Thank you. That's all you need to know. All right. Now, here we go with the 2 stories, and then we can go. How many minutes? 30 minutes? Okay, this has to be a long episode. The last one I did was like 26 minutes, and I thought I would keep it around there, but I got to talking about books, y'all. Y'all asked me what book I got, right? So I told y'all, and now we get this story. I hope y'all are enjoying it. I really love talking about books. But, and I really hope the audio is good, because I know I've been, like, holding this mic. It's probably squeaky. I really hope not. Maybe I should check it, but it's too late to go back now. If it's squeaky, then I guess y'all just won't get this episode. But, Yanhee gets to her house. Her husband takes her, and everyone makes her sit at the table, and like I said, she's very thin. She's like stick and bones right now. So I'm gonna put this down so you might hear a little. Okay. She they make Yanhee sit down at the table, and her mom starts like putting pork dishes in front of her, like fucking a whole bunch of meat dishes in front of her on different plates, and telling her like, you're gonna eat this. I guess like in her past she really liked oysters, so the mom like made a whole bunch of oysters and was like, here, like, you need to fucking eat this shit. And I don't know if you caught what I said earlier, but her dad is abusive, and her dad starts getting in her face because she's like, I'm not eating this shit, hell no. And he's like, you're gonna fucking eat it. And he tells, and the siblings are kind of like I don't even know why they're doing the most, but yeah, we do want you to eat because you look like you literally stepped out of a fucking coffin. You're so skinny. Like, what the fuck? You're wasting away. So yeah, the dad, he asked the brother and her husband to come and hold her down while he tries to put a piece of meat in her mouth. So he like forces her mouth open, makes her like eat this piece, make her eat this piece of meat, but it's getting all over her face because she won't open her jaw. And he puts some in her mouth when she screams, and then she gets up, she like fights to get up, and she goes over and grabs like a fucking kitchen knife and slits her wrist right there in front of everyone. Okay. So here we have the sister's brother. Okay, like I said, I told y'all who was in the house. Yanhee's sister has a husband, so her brother-in-law. The husband is actually the one that held her down, and in the story, like, we're getting it from his perspectives, and he's just kind of like in the middle. He's like, I don't know why he's doing all this, but like, I don't know what else to do, really. So, oh yeah, and then the dad, like, he slaps Yanhee a couple times before he gets that piece of meat in her mouth. Pause. And it's just a really bad situation. Like, it's just bad. So, Yanhee's brother-in-law, her sister's husband, rushes and goes to take her to the hospital. And this is just written off as the fact that I think he does something in medical services. So, I don't know, everyone just assumed, like, oh, that was normal. But then we switch over to his perspective, and turns out Mr. Brother-in-law has a crush on her, has had a big one on her for a very long time. But not even just a crush, like, they kind of get into, like, the differences and similarities of the sister that he's married to in Yanhee. And, like I said, Yanhee is perceived as very unremarkable, if not like a little slightly strange. She also doesn't wear a bra. I guess this is something very, very like taboo and like kind of like a no-no in the Korean community with women, but she doesn't like to wear bras, so you can kind of see her nipples through her shirt, and everyone knows this, and it's just kind of like a weird kind of thing that she does that sort of sets her apart from other people. like I said, very intimate details in this in this damn in this book. But he says that's so different from her sister, who is like very like prim and proper, very demure. She's like perfect woman. She like not really perfect, but I would say just a lot more put together than her sister. Very like feminine, very like cute, you know, just the ideal like woman that you would want to marry. They also have a kid together, so there's that. But with Yanhei, like she's like also described as pretty like non-fussy. Like she doesn't really make a fuss if you come home. She's just like kind of laying there eating chips all night and like kind of doing her thing, you know. But more of like, honestly, I got like roommate vibes from her than, but like the sister is more like that wife kind of archetype of like, oh, I cook you dinner every night, and like I you know, I have a kid with you, and I'm very cute, I own a shop, all this other good stuff. So, but the guy, like her husband, the brother-in-law of Yanhei, really likes Yanhei for her raw naturalness and just like kind of honestly mysteriousness that she's just not like a lot of other girls in a weird way, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he has this big crush on her. So he's also an artist, and he gets this idea from like something he saw, I think a movie theater poster. Apparently at some point he learns that Yanhei has a Mongolian mark on her ass. And this really turns him on and really sends him to a creative spiral, and he ends up asking her to come by after much deliberation with his morality and conscience about the fact that he has a wife, and he's asking her sister to do something very crazy in the name of art. But damn, I should probably drink some water because this shit is long. Oh my god, 37 minutes. Bitch, this is gonna take forever to fucking upload. It's okay. But damn, where'd I leave off at, y'all? A moment of silence. Hold on while I think. Do something crazy in the name of art. So he calls her up. He's like, hey, I need you to lay down naked while I paint flowers on you. And Yanhei is like, sure. And she's like really calm about it. And she still doesn't eat meat, but she's a lot healthier now. She's actually moved out of her husband's house because I guess he divorced her after her behavior. So she's on her own now. He paints flowers on her, and it's so like raw, intimate, artistic, like, you know, he's trying to like control his fucking boner, but he's painting flowers on her. But it's also just a very like artistically like nirvana-ish for him. He's like, and especially this Mongolian mark, he really thinks this mark is beautiful. It's not really perverted, it's more of just like, I don't know, appreciating the beauty. The picture that they kept giving was like when you like see a flower grow, like the pistil and things like that, like the sexual nature of a flower, like that process basically of like joining two lives, you know. But yeah, anyway, he wants like to have a scene of like the sexual action. And at first he asked this guy to do it, but the guy was honestly too squeamish about it and it wouldn't have worked. And then eventually they just come to the conclusion that, hey, we're gonna have to fuck to get this right. So they do this in the name of art, you know. The sister is like very compliant. It's not even in like a malice way. It's just like, you know, if you're doing this, I'm okay with it. And also like she wants this dream to go away really bad, so she thinks like the flowers, this art is gonna help. And she also like has this affinity of wanting to be naked, so it's like I think she kind of understands what this artist is trying to get across in a way. But she's, like I said, she's very like unassuming and like you have to kind of read in between the lines to kind of get that message about her, because it's just almost as if she's very like a Buddha, like just very like present and letting things happen and not really fighting reality. It's almost just a detached, like whatever happens, it's what's happening. And it's a little eerie, and it's also a little like alluring to this guy. So they do this, they have sex in the name of art. He gets flowers painted on him, and their flowers join, and if you know what I'm saying, yeah, they, the birds and the bees, they made honey and cream, okay? Honey and eggs. So, of course, the brother-in-law wakes up that morning after they do the deed. Yane's still there, covered in flowers, and she doesn't wash these flowers that he paints on her, by the way. She does not wash it off. So it's been like 3 days since she's taken a shower, and she says because she just likes them so much. It's like the only emotion that she showed the whole entire time. And then he wakes up. Why is his wife at the kitchen table? He can't find the camcorder that they set up because it's with her on sitting while she's sitting on the island looking at him. I was like, oh hell no. No. And she like literally is like, what the fuck? I literally have admitted y'all to a psychiatric hospital. And that's where I'm gonna leave it at with y'all, because I want y'all to go read the rest for yourself. But I hope if you do, or I hope you just enjoy this story time. Maybe I'll finish it later. But you see how fucking long that was? Damn. I'm tired of talking. My throat hurts. Pause. Damn, I just remembered Trump is president again. Oh my god. This just just fucking sucks, bro. What time is it? Because I'm supposed to get, oh my god, it's already 12. I hate leaving my house. I made this plan, but I just wanted to kind of, and now I regret it, but I do also just want to get out of the house so I can stop thinking about our new life for the next 4 years. But at the same time, I don't really think it's gonna be bad, but we'll make it, you know. We'll make it. Hopefully. Oh my god, that just sounded very like, oh my god, I didn't like how like apocalyptic that sounded. It really feels like the next cutscene is gonna be like the Last of Us song, and like fucking buildings destroyed and post-apocalyptic era. Oh fuck, man. Alright. And I need to read The Parable of the Sower as well, because I almost bought that book yesterday, but it just would have been too expensive. I was like, damn, you already did enough fucking damage for the year. But for the month. I did not know Parable of the Sower took place in 2024. Like, I opened the book and saw the year. I was like, oh. It's just so crazy to think, like, a lot of futuristic books, they start off in a year like this because people thought that was, like, so far away. And it's like, we would have all these, like, progressions, and we would kind of get through most of the shit that we're trying to get through now. But girl, we got a long way to go. But I would like to tell all the people, all the science fiction writers who thought 2024 was going to be a great time, I would say you were close. Okay, you were actually very close. We're like in the birth of AI at the moment. It's just now planting its seeds, and people are just now like kind of like really considering it as a part of our lives. And it's becoming important enough for people to start having college courses about it. Ethics of AI, that's where we are at right now. It hasn't like really made an appearance in terms of like material wise, as far as like if we have any like, you know, walking robots and things like that. We actually do have the things I've seen a couple. I've seen the robots that bring food. Those are like the closest ones that I can really tell you are like, you know, as futuristic, but we're getting there. Like, we got some of those. We are at the birth of ChatGPT. That's what everyone's craze right now is. and this is where AI is really getting very prominent, but it's showing us how smart technology is. That's really what ChatGPT, the craze about it is how smart and efficient and quick and personal, personable, personal or sentient. That's not the word either. I would say like we never thought that something could emulate us so well. And it's not even on a level of like mimicking. It's actually on a level of like consideration and thought and like you know. So for us to have something like that in ChatGPT and like AI, it's like whoa, like what have we made? What have we created? So yeah, it's the birth of all that. That's what's happening right now. So if you wrote a science fiction book back in the day, you were very close, but I would actually give it maybe, and this is my prediction, this is going to be like what my science fiction book will start. I honestly think probably like, so it's 2024 now. The year I'm getting in my head is like 30, 34. I think about 30, 34, it'll be more of like Detroit Become Human, like, or, yeah, I mean, yeah, I do. Yeah, Detroit Become Human. Ooh, oh, that just give me chills. Oh my god, I think I'm right. I think I'm right, bro. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, how old will I be in 30? Oh, damn. I'm actually sad. I actually want to experience that. Maybe they'll have now. Okay, if you're thinking Black Mirror technology, though, I remember that episode where they like put everybody's consciousness in like the cloud, and so you can kind of travel through different worlds even though you're fucking dead. I know it's a fucking stretch, but I really hope they have that before I die, because I would like to, like, damn, like, I only get to be here one time. Like, damn. It's honestly fun here, but I know, like, death is, like, a part of fucking life and shit, and I have to go through it to get the whole message, but, like, bro, I would love to be here for that. I would love to be here for the Detroit Become Human era. I really would. And would I be a robot or a... Well, maybe not let me call them robots, because aren't they called something else? There's, like, a more, like, respectful... What are they called? I don't know. Oh, probably. I don't know. But... if I'm coughing a lot, I'm sorry. I honestly hit my cart, and this is why, like... I think this thing is so long, because I didn't even realize I was yapping. I said bye like 30 minutes ago, y'all. Like, bro, I'm acting like my mom walking out of a cookout. Like, what the fuck? Alright, y'all. I really, 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 really love you if you made it this far. And I'm speaking from the past, but I really can't wait to post this, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this episode was really fun, and I really am excited to post. So I hope you enjoy as well, and I hope you're excited as I am. And yeah, make sure you take care of yourself today. Happy Mental Health Day. That's what today should be called. But alright guys, talk to you later. Bye bye.